I'm going to give each FPV video system a score, from S being the best to F being the worst, and it's going to be based upon a number of different categories as well as the different flying styles. And then we're going to find out which one has the highest overall rankings. Let's get started exploring range. We'll use 5.8 GHz video, and they're going to be based upon the maximum distance flyable. Analog has been shown to be able to fly up to and beyond 50 kilometers while still maintaining some image quality. It does require a lot of setup with large dinner plate style antennas, so it's going to get a B. The original DJI FPV system has a maximum range of 13.3 kilometers, so unfortunately that's going to get an F. DJI 03, however, can fly much further than the original DJI system. It does much better in terms of distance, so that's going to get a C. Now, both HD0 and WalkSnail have been tested to fly up to 30 kilometers, so they're going to get a B each. Now, a little about this S to F ranking system. It's widely used in Japan. S, or SHU, stands for exemplary or excellent, and some even say that it stands for sugoi, which means wow, amazing, incredible. Now, if you want to assign a percentage to the S, it would be 90 to 100%. And lastly, F, or Fuka, means unacceptable or fails and corresponds to 0 to 49%, kind of like my high school score. I have owned and flown each of the systems as my daily driver that we're going to be featuring in this video, with the exception of WalkSnail, which I haven't owned, but I have had the pleasure of flying and building a few times. Now, when it comes to range tests, if we do take into consideration both image quality and distance flown, here's how the rankings based upon Wes's videos DVR would actually change. At 13 kilometers, the analog video starts to become quite poor, and once you're at distance, that breakup can be really distracting. And what's worse is you've even started with a low resolution to begin with. So taking image quality at distance into account, analog actually receives a Fuka. HD0 does begin to experience signal breakup at 13 kilometers, and by the 18th kilometer out of its 30k range, the breakup becomes quite noticeable, so this earns it a D grade. The original DJI system is limited to 13 kilometers, but the image quality at this distance is still better than HD0 due to the lack of breakup, so this is going to earn a C. I'm sure there'll be differing opinions, but I believe WalkSnail actually had great image quality at 30 kilometers, and DJI 03 in Wes's post on Facebook had what I would consider to be perfect image quality at the 20 kilometer mark, even though it still wasn't the 03 system's maximum range. So DJI 03 is going to get a Sugoi, and WalkSnail gets an A. Range and penetration usually go hand in hand, but with digital video systems, they approach penetration in a slightly different way than range. And this is because multi-pathing changes the transmission path depending on any barriers and obstacles present, such as brick walls and metal. Analog and HD0 both performed admirably in the range-adjusted image test and received an F and a D respectively, and I think for penetration, that's a fair score as well. The original DJI system does an excellent job at handling multipath environments and penetration, so an A is deservedly awarded. WalkSnail hasn't done better than the original DJI system in any of the different penetration tests that I've seen, so it's also going to get an A. While the DJI 03 system unfortunately introduces additional latency in those high multipath environments, which does significantly impact its flyability. So therefore, a B is what it's going to be issued. We do have a bit of a challenge when looking at the different FPV systems, because if you think of a Venn diagram, there's three parts. You've got range and penetration, image quality, and latency. And the way current technology is, you're kind of limited to be excellent at one, good at another, and pretty bad at a third. So you can only pick 2 out of the 3 to do really well. And this is going to make more sense as we start to rank these systems for image quality and latency. When it comes to image quality, obviously for analog and the DJI 03 system, the image quality is at 2 different levels. A good analog setup is still totally flyable and has a decent image, so it can't get a Fuka rating. But on the other hand, when you look at having a 4K image downsampled to 1080p or 810p in your goggles, it's simply sugoi. So analog with a D and DJI 03 with the S, but what about WalkSnail, HD0 and the original DJI system? Well, HD0 currently doesn't score as highly as some of the other systems because it only transmits a 720p image across a single channel. So it's kind of like DJI's 25 megabytes per second mode. However, other systems produce a superior image at 720p, even at 50 megabytes per second, or 1080p images at 25 megabytes per second. So at the moment, we're only going to give HD0 a C. WalkSnail has come a long way since its initial release, and the current firmware provides what I think is superb image quality. It's not quite as stunning as DJI 03, but it's still pretty impressive, which is why I'm going to give it an A. Finally, we have the original DJI system. Now, if I had made this video a few months ago before the launch of 03, this score would have been different. Now, if you're into cars, you may have heard the saying, there's no replacement for displacement, meaning a bigger engine is always better. And that's why this system is going to score this particular mark, because its resolution is only 720p and it's way lower than WalkSnail's 1080p. So a B for the original DJI system is awarded. Now, how do these systems compare when it comes to latency? And I'm sure we won't be seeing eye to eye on this one. And I'm not talking about flyable latency, I'm talking about just pure numbers. Both analog and HD0 really shine when it comes to ultra low latency, since the way those systems work is they just transmit an image with minimal processing required on behalf of the goggles. So it's no wonder these systems both earn a Sugoi. Now with WalkSnail and DJI, they really just don't measure up to HD0 and analog. But with both DJI systems, it really depends on the goggles that you have and the flight mode that you're in, just to see how much added latency there is to your experience. Let's dive into DJI 03, because we need to be careful about the recording mode we choose, since that's going to affect what's transmitted to your goggles. If you want to record to the onboard storage at 4K 30 frames per second, you're going to need to be flying that. Now I've done it, and quite frankly, it's kind of like flying blind drunk. Sure, there are other frame rates and resolutions that we can choose, but we do have to sacrifice image quality to lessen latency. Even flying 4K at 120 frames per second, the latency is still up there. And even on the best setting, it still performs worse than the original DJI system and WalkSnail. Because of this, I'm giving it 2 scores. A Fuka because the worst setting is completely fooked, but the best setting isn't too shabby compared to the other options. So it is going to get a C, which is what's going to count towards the final ranking. Both the original DJI system and WalkSnail boast decent latency, but they simply can't compete with the incredible low latency of analog and HD0, which both got top marks. So the original DJI system and WalkSnail are going to score a C. Don't forget, these rankings have been formulated based upon how each system specs measure up against one another in each particular category. And we're also going to take a look at their rankings for racing, freestyle, as well as cinematic flying. But before that, let's have a peek at their compatibility. The first thing that comes to my mind is how many different builds can I use the system on? And use that without having to compromise performance or having to make any sacrifices. Now, don't get me wrong, people like Daxneil have done an amazing job at making a Vista and 03 as light as possible for a 75mm whoop, and even when stripped down, the Vista still had a negative effect on performance, so you're going to need to use a 2S battery. But on the other hand, HD0 and WalkSnail, from a digital FPV perspective, have 1S VTXs that make them perfect for a 65 or 75mm whoop without a lot of downsides. Analog, with all quads of shapes and sizes and as well as requirements, is the most compatible. But compatibility is also thinking about the number of pilots that can fly at once and if the system affects any of the other pilots. Both DJI systems and WalkSnail can only fit a maximum of 3 pilots in the air at once. However, HD0 has a great advantage with its compatibility because it can be used with multiple pilots in the air across all the different race channels, and it plays nice with analog. Analog, of course, being the OG and works with everything, gets a Sugoi score. HD0, WalkSnail get an A grade, and both DJI systems get a C. Compatibility is also how easy it is to get into a particular system, as well as get set up and flying. Now, we want to make sure that process is simple for all users because the FPV learning curve is difficult enough. Analog, to an extent, has the easiest way to get started. There are so many different goggles from various brands that come in different shapes and sizes and are also available at a range of different price points. But VTX tables can be a bit confusing. However, once you get the hang of it, it is really quite simple and reliable. Plus, there's an amazing selection of analog VTXs that come in all different shapes and sizes with different power outputs. So I think analog does deserve a Sugoi rating, but since the VTX tables can be a bit daunting for beginners, an A rating is more than justified. HD0 and WalkSnail are great options for those new to the world of drones. They have VRX modules which can be used with any goggle that has a HDMI input, and they both offer budget-friendly box goggles as well as more premium goggle options. Betaflight setup is the same across the board for all digital systems, but where HD0 and WalkSnail get undone is firmware updating is unfortunately done through a proprietary cable. They also both have different VTXs that are compatible with a range of different builds, making them worthy of a B. Both DJI systems are easy to get set up and running. Just plug them into your computer and update through USB. But don't forget the DJI goggles system does have a few limitations, and the major one being that you can only use proprietary DJI goggles. Nonetheless, both DJI systems still I think get a respectable C. But here's the thing, these digital FPV systems are incredible. Like, you have to admit, they are absolutely incredible. However, they do have an increasing price tag, so they're not exactly affordable. Let's take a look at the cost of each of these systems. Now, we're talking about hard dollars spent and not value for money, because value for money is kind of like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. WalkSnail and HD0 are both great options to consider, as they both have a VRX module for existing goggles, and they're both incredibly affordable. $219 respectively. If you want to get into digital FPV, they're making it really easy with beginner goggles as well, and reasonable VTX prices. So let's give them both a B for budget. On the other hand, the original DJI system isn't quite as affordable to get into because you're going to need the DJI FPV V2 goggles, which come with a hefty price tag of $429. So let's give the original DJI system a C. Lastly, the DJI O3 FPV system is the most expensive VTX out there, not to mention the goggles to a bloody dear. The O3 system is clearly a cost no object option, but unfortunately it gets a FUCA. And even though DJI O3 can be FUCA expensive, it might not be the perfect match for your flying style. So let's take a look at how these various systems stack up for each of the different flying styles before we settle on a final score. DJI O3 is definitely the perfect choice for a CineWhoop. It has incredible range, great penetration, and convenient form factor for all of these small CineWhoops. And it also has outstanding image quality that I reckon is suitable and completely usable for online video content. So it truly deserves a Sugoi. WalkSnail and the original DJI system may require a GoPro, but you can still fit a 1200mm VTX into a typical guarded CineWhoop, so you can use that for indoor situations, hence they earn an impressive B grade. Analog does have high-powered VTXs to compensate for its penetration, but its image quality just isn't up to par for CineWhooping, especially if you're trying to do video out for a client. So that's going to get a C. Now, HD0, unfortunately, I hate to admit this, it isn't the best choice for guarded CineWhoops. For example, the Foxwhoop 25. As you're stuck with a maximum range of 200mW of output power. And if you're doing indoor filming, you're really going to have a tough time with penetration, especially in high Wi-Fi environments. So unfortunately, HD0 is getting a FUCA here. However, HD0 does shine with racing. With its new 90 frames per second camera, you can finally see all the other quads in the air with a clear picture. Now, I would be bumping this up to a Sugoi if more pilots had actually adopted it in racing, so it deserves an A. Analog, on the other hand, is the standard for racing. You can also have a whole group of pilots up at once, but because the image quality is really trash, it's going to get a B. WalkSnail and the original DJI system can also let you have multiple pilots up in the air at once to fill out a race, but their goggles do interfere with other pilots and they must stand over there with all their friends, 10 yards away. Additionally, the goggles do cause issues with timing systems, and unlike Analog and HD0, which play nice, both WalkSnail and DJI have to take a D. I did have a lot of fun recently testing out racing with DJI O3. I was very pleased to find that it didn't disrupt the other pilots of the timing system. Unfortunately, it is limited to 3 channels. So if the race director assigns you a channel that you can't access, well, you're not going to be able to use O3. It's just too bad that O3 isn't suitable racing, so it's going to get an F. But before I rate them overall, they still need a score for freestyle. You see, DJI O3, WalkSnail and the original DJI get an A for exceptional image quality, range and penetration. HD0, especially with the latest 90 frames per second camera, is really making a big leap when it comes to its freestyle ability. Although this is done at the cost of picture quality. However, it still has the lowest latency, giving you an unbeatable locked-in feeling. HD0 will be doing a lot more development this year to improve image quality as well as penetration, so I look forward to seeing how they progress over the year. And freestyle pilots definitely are going to appreciate the locked-in feeling from the HD0 system, so it's going to get an A. But here's the thing, even with a great setup, analog still has the lowest image quality and can't compete in terms of just penetration and pure pixel by pixel resolution. But it does have the best latency, and sadly it's only going to get a C. I'm really excited to share these results with you. After tallying up the rankings, each S received 6 points, and A got 5 points, and so on down to F, which was 1 point. The highest score you could actually get is 66 points, but since getting a 6 is just a bonus point, the final score is going to be marked as a percentage out of 55. So without further ado, here are the results. Coming in at 5th place with 65.45% or a C rating is the original DJI system. Analog took 4th place with 72.73%, but here's the interesting thing, there's a tie for 2nd and 3rd place. By the way, if you found this video to be enjoyable, thought-provoking, please consider subscribing as it'd be really helpful and appreciated. Feel free to drop an S to an F in the comments below as to how I've done on this video. Now, the clear winner with an overall A and a score of 83.64% is... Now, I want to make one thing clear here. I'm not sponsored by them, I don't have an agreement with them, and I don't own any of their products. But that's not actually the most controversial thing, because both DJI O3 and HD0 both scored 74.55% for equal 2nd place. And of course that obviously means 1st place is WalkSnail. Here are the results so you can see for yourself just how it all played out. Let me know in the comments below how you scored them as well. I'm Darren Allett. Until next time, don't forget to send it.